Hello everyone, let's start with a new build, to be honest, this time. We have a plot here from a friend, and I'm gonna build here the unloader for him, what I have on my plot up here. So we're gonna show it now of how to build it. To be honest, it doesn't matter how much you build it or in what type you build it, but the best way to do it, in my opinion, is like to align your truck there, look where the wheels are, align the building, like this, then you can... I'm mostly doing it like a little bit outside so I don't look in first person. And then you can just align it a little bit. You should use the grid down here to make it a little bit cleaner. To put it on 0.125 stats. And the degree you put on the lowest 2. So you have all the possibilities. Then you literally just align them. And since we go a little bit in further, so we have the correction module here. You go a little bit in like this. Then we build it. That's number 1. Then you can just press 2 to move it over. So you have the same size for them. Try to align them as middle as possible. Like this. And we got that. I'm going to use Blackstone for this just to make it look like a little bit of asphalt. You can use any material in the game what you want. Doesn't matter, to be honest. What you like and how you find it pretty. I mostly just put in the middle here a clover tree. You see one back here? Those clover trees, the Finlay ones, because they have the same texture if they are only sanded as the grass here. So it doesn't fall or it doesn't look like this. I can show you up here in a second. When I despawn the car. So, like this. This is the end thing what we're gonna build. Let's see. And yes, I got some rubber keys in the background. Right now there's the classic event because of 15 million views. So you will see some duckies squeak around in the background. So. The first thing we're gonna build is the correction system of the truck. So we're gonna start with the ramp so we can align them here correctly. We use the... Either you can use the angled corner one or the wedges. I use the wedges just because you can make them a little bit more precisely and a little bit bigger. You align them here, press 2. Then we need to align them to the ground. And align them to this here. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit over it because it's just a ramp. And then we make them the size of the ramp. Like this. A little bit here more. And then we go back. It's a little bit too far back. Like this, and then up. You can make it how high you want, to be honest, and how wide you want it. I'm just using this. Do not cancel this, just press 2 so you can move it over to have completely the right size for this, for the second one. I'm keeping a little bit out here so it's not totally aligned, like just keeping it like one stud on one side of it so you have space for the trailer, because the trailer is a little bit bigger place. Like this. He said I should use the materials what he placed there. So I'm gonna do it. He wants to have it in red marble. I have no problem with that. I would use stone for it, or I have used stone for it, and I need a trailer too. I just forgot about that. The total resourcement like the resources required for this, I will list on the end of the video. I firstly told him to get following resources. It was... where did I send him that? It was a whole big message there. It was 30 conveyor, like 30 borderless conveyors, 5 alignment conveyors, 20 straight conveyors, building blocks, 1 pressure plate, 6 interactors, 4 drawers, 1 delayer, 4 buttons, 1 chat commander, 1 AND gate, 3 number interfaces, 2 relays, 2 frequencies, and 5 buttons, and 5 filtered conveyors, and I think something else what I did not tell him yet. Yeah, the drawers. Someone tag me on the Discord. So, I can use the flatbed one, it doesn't matter. Can use any trailer, if it's the flatbed or the one with the hull, it shouldn't matter. Wait, do I not have one up here? It's the Explorer, Extended Trailer. There. Question is, how do I get you over there? Oh, down there now. Like this. I'm surprised. No! Could you not? Thank you. So you align them a little bit so you know it, how to place them correctly. Then we just drive up here. Does it work? Does it not? Yes, it does. The only thing what you have to look out is that you do not make it too high, that your hitch back here will dig into the ground. It could cause you to glitch away. That's the only thing what you have to be careful about when you do this building. So the first thing we're gonna do is make the middle one. For that we just take the wedges, place them here, turn them around. 1705. Then we go to the rotational menu, number 3. We rotated the blue line this time. Then we rotated the red line, so we have it like this, align them properly, and then we just make them bigger. And like this, and then you have to choose the height, so it's not too high but not too small. Like this should be enough in the height, so you can use them to make the truck. If it's too far in the middle, go here, and we want to build one outside here on this build side and on this side to go in. We're gonna place it like this. Then we go to the 2-1, move it over here, turn it around. Like that. Align it to here. And done. That we have those two. You can make it that they are like totally aligned, so they look completely good. But there is no real needing to do so if you are trying to avoid it. It's just if you want to make it fancy or if you want to make it work. So. He made some glass over here. Let's jump over there. Oh, I think he did make glass. Did he make glass? Where did he put the... There's the glass. He made some resources required for that. Like here the straight conveyors, the tilted conveyors he bought some. Then we have the borderless conveyors, the straight conveyors, the alignment conveyors, the filtered conveyors, the buttons, the end gates, the number interface, the relay, the frequency, the chat and the interactor. And building blocks. We have glass and we have those red maple ones. So let's use the small glass pieces first, so we can just fill in this one and the other one. I'm using glass just so it's not that visible, because as you can see the glass is not that highlighted and it's just a little bit more hidden. So the schematic, we go to the wedges again and we start to make the second one here. This one we build a little bit further outside. We rotate it again. The rotation is fine, but we need the blue line this time. By the way, those colors are not always the same. It matters what type you turn the thing around. As you see, they can change around the colors. So we make it a little bit bigger, a little bit further out, like this. And we make it as high as the truck almost, like this. You can still drive over them for sure if you have enough speed, but it helps you at least to align the truck properly. Same thing as here, we take it, turn it around like this, turn it around on the blue line once, I didn't turn it around one too far, like this, and we need to watch out that it's not too close to there, like this. This one needs to go 1, 2 studs over 2, so like that. That's how it should look. He has his flag here right now, but that's not a big deal. Then we're gonna take another small piece of glass for them. Do we have another one? Yeah, it's getting night. Nice. And we start with this. I'm gonna make one for 1 truck and 2 trailers. So let's see how it works. That works. I do not get stuck here. That's good. Now we drive a little bit for left. It should, if I drive slowly there, it should move me to the right. No, it doesn't. It does. Not really far, but it does move me over. If I'm a little bit to the left, it does move me right. Yes, good. We can make this one a little bit higher, I see. Just some small studs like this. And here the same. Just some small pieces higher, like that. And now it should, if you drive it directly on there, it should move you a little bit. Yeah, it does move you over. Like that. And the trailer too. Good. So the next part is, we need to make it a little bit higher. So we go in here too, make the ramp a little bit longer, make it a little bit higher again. So it's fitting the same like this. And then we do the same here. Longer it like this and make the same height like this. And for that one we need a little bit more wood. The wood was not enough, but we had in there like this. So with that we have the basic one. See that. So let's drive one in the middle like this and not too far. So does it work like that? The hitch is not stuck too. Yeah. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one again, align it, the wedge, align it with here, make it a little bit bigger, like this, go a little bit higher, so it's like that, and then we can just extend it to the maximum. That's like this. So we make it a little bit more steep. Like that. So it looks like this. We place it, we go to the 2, move it further. Align it, place it, and the third one. Like this. Next is we're gonna turn the whole thing around. So we just turn it like this. Align them properly again. Go back to the beginning. And now we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. The reason why I'm moving it like this is so I can't, so I do not have the issue of it being on the wrong thing. Are you matching? No, not yet. Now you are. Nope, that's what I did not want to do. But you can replica the target too. That's a good part about it. If you press R on it. If you hover over it with your mouse and press R on it, you can just replicate the same blueprint. Then you only need to align them correctly again. Like this, we need to go a little bit down. One more step down, like this. Next one. And the last one. So, now we're gonna build those. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like this. Now we have the falling part about this. If I did it correctly, we should be able to drive up here without falling down now. And I made the spacing for the trailer wrong. And I got my truck stuck. I'm gonna make a short break to fix my truck, and I will be right back. So, we are back. I'm gonna move this whole thing a little bit further over. Because I made a mistake with the trailer. So, it's not much what I'm moving it over, but it's some. Studs. So, like that. This one needs to be over 1-2 now. This 1-2. There's no yet a multi-selection tool that will be added maybe one day, but for now, it works like this too. So, this one needs to be 1, 2. This one will be more over. So, now we align them again. I think you can use the no. Good. So let's see how it works. You're gonna drive around here. Depends always how you want to have it or how your base location is. He has it mostly here, so we build it to that direction, or what his front of the base is. So I have to clean up some of my duckies what I just lost. So I'll leave him on this plot because we're gonna use it for building maybe. So let's see. That worked. Now I have to see if the fitting here is enough for the trailers. Because the trailers have bigger wheels than a truck. Yes. So we're gonna park the truck here. So we have an alignment. And it should be enough that there's a little bit of space here. Perfect. That's how long the size should be if you have 2 trailers and 1 truck. So the next part we're gonna have to do is we're gonna align it to the trailer a little bit further. So we go out. Can we align it even further? No. We're gonna leave it like that, but we're gonna build an outside wall now. For that we're gonna use the rounded wedge schematic. Place it here, turn it around, go up. So we align it together. Then we go down and we make it like this. Make it a little bit shorter. And then you can align it with this so it doesn't touch the wheels, but it's long enough to be able to support the truck. Because with this we can prevent the trucks from the trailers from falling that directly. Like this. That it should be perfectly fitting. Yes, it is. So full size stretching again. Placing, moving, placing, and moving. I think I did a mistake somewhere where it's not the hardest size, but it's not really a big deal. Yeah, that's okay. So we go in the other direction, on the other side. We turn the whole thing around like this with the green one this time, and we move it back here. This time it's again smarter if we do it from this side, because we can align it properly. So, can I extend it in this side too? No. I got it fully extended now. Yes, I did. Good. Like this. Let's check if it's in the wheels and if the space is enough. The space here is enough. Good. We build it. Then we move it over. Build it. Move it over. Build it. Ah, this time it worked even. I don't know what I did there wrong. Then we're gonna build them up too. So need a little bit more wood. this. So. Because this prevents the truck from slipping out so quickly. You can align it with this one if you really want to, but you don't have to be honest. Next thing we're gonna build is the ramp part from this. We're gonna use the same wedges. So we're just gonna press R to copy it. And then, because we have the free mode, we go here, align them to them. And now we're gonna make him a little bit smaller. We're gonna go here. First make it a little bit smaller. Align them to this top here. So they are aligned with it, like that. And now we're gonna rotate it on the blue line this time, so it fits the ramp. And we go down. So. Like this. Make it a little bit shorter up here. There's a small gap here. I mean, you can fill it if you really want to, but you don't need to be honest. So, but with that we have that done. We place it, then we go on the other side, turn it around, so it fits the same here as there. Oh no, that was not the best choice what I did there. Are they now aligned? Yes, they are. Like this. Here we need a little bit further down, like this. So. Then we build those two up too now. 1, 2, 3, perfectly. And that's it. So, now we have a good ramp. Let's try it out. I hope I get enough speed to drive down here. Yes, I did. Good. So, we're gonna try it now. You can make a throughput one, like where you drive down on the other side, or you use a respawner. Both of those systems work. We're gonna build one this time with an auto respawner. Drive up here, and then you have those walls who prevent the trailers from falling outside, as you can see. And now it fits way more better, and it makes it a lot easier to drive on here. So, we can drive back down now just simply, without flipping the truck. We park it over here for some time now. So, the next part is we're gonna build the conveyor ones. For that, we need the borderless conveyors, those ones. Take them over here. I'm gonna remove that wood before I accidentally build something with it. And we're gonna align them to the outside here. Like this. You can make him, like, the first what we do is we make him longer, as long as possible. Placing. If you go in the building menu and do this, it doesn't close it instantly. So we're gonna align them like this. Is it correctly aligned here? One over. Do you have a hole in the middle? No. Then it looks like something like this. But we need to go some back. Like that. So. Placing it. And then we have the next one. Here it really doesn't matter how you do it. As long as you align them properly and do not move over or something, it's totally fine. into slump. Try always to extend in as long as possible, so you do not have the issue that sometimes happens, that they do not overlap or you have small holes in them. You can later align them correctly so they are totally aligned, like this. Is it needed? Not really. Depends if you like it. So, we're gonna use the next conveyor then. And build them. So. I will keep doing that until I reach the end of this, and then we see each other back. We're gonna place right now the last conveyor. So, everything correctly, it should align properly. So, go further and done. The next part we're gonna do now is we go into the build menu again, and now we align them correctly. So, like this and this. Oops, it's one too far. One back. So. If you align them correctly here, on this side this is 2, like this down, then you have a good sized one. Normally it should be exactly the size of 2 of them. It doesn't matter if the bumps are going down, but what matters is if the bumps go up. Like if you see this, it looks smooth, but if you look this way now on the conveyor belts, you can see that there's sometimes a small gap in it, like here I think was one. That means to place it 1 too deep. Like if it goes like 1 deeper, then you have a small cut like this. If it's going down, it's not a big deal. But if it's going up, it can make your resources get stuck, and that's not good. So, now we have the ender reached. Here we're gonna build a drawer. As he said, I should use that wood, then we're gonna use it. You can use glass on the back here too, like to make the drawer out of glass if you do not want to see it. But it's good to have a drawer here so you cannot overfill your system or the filters. You'll just make it the size of this thing here, or I better say put the middle thing here, like this. And that's it. Need some wood, like here. We're gonna build the drawer. So, take those 2 out. They will land here. That's good to know. So we're gonna place one in here, just to test it. It's too high. We're gonna go down until we touch the conveyor, like that. Well, we can go one up. Like that. So with having it full fit, can align it correctly so they look like this. So now it's almost symmetrical. So I do not think we can make it a little bit bigger on any side. No, we can only make it higher. So the next part we're gonna do now is build walls. For that we're gonna just use the cube. We're gonna align it to this one here, to be honest, because that should be enough. Make it as small as it is aligned to it, and then you just move it down to the bottom. You can make the glass thinner, then you don't need that many glass blocks to build it. Try not to have gaps in here. For the walls you might need one more. We're gonna make those 2 at the end. Right now they do not matter. We go on the other side now, align it here too. Like this. The most part is it aligned with the conveyors? Yes. So, here one. Then we go to there. And the last one goes here. So, if that we have this done, then we place one in the middle here. Try to align it with the wood here. Like this. We're gonna size it up. And then just make it as high as you can without making it too big so it doesn't stand over like this. This is totally enough. Go a little bit down too so we touch the conveyor correctly. You can make this one as thin as possible, to be honest. It doesn't need to be big. I'll make it like 1, 2 over here so they fit like this. And build. So, now we're gonna use glass again to build it up. So, glass in the dark is crazy. I cannot really find it. There we have some more. Since he doesn't have much more glass, I do not really want to build it out of solid rock, so I'm gonna make a small cut here. Gonna acquire some more glass for him, and we're gonna build it. Then done. Oh, there's some more here, but it's not enough. Okay, I'm gonna acquire more glass. We see each other back after the next cut. See ya! Small little hint. If you need to collect sand, Oaklake. It's by the desert. You come from here, and then you just drive here left. Here's the Oaklake. And here you can find a lot of sand. Sand is the one with the small crunchies on. Those ones. The other one is sandstone. You can use the sandstone for building, but it does not make less. So, welcome back. So, let's see. I'm building glass. I collected some more glass over there. So we have some more to build with. The next thing what we're gonna do now is check what is in here. Some more glass, what I picked accidentally to the drawer. So, we're gonna use one maple now just to... No wait, I need a tree part maybe. That's fine, I can use it this. Where does it drop directly? It drops here. So, the next part we're gonna do is extend the conveyor a little bit. So we have the output. From that he can connect his base then. For that, we're just gonna shrink the conveyor belt to 1, make it a little bit wider, not that wide, and that's it. That's the size what we're gonna use. I should have do it. So, like that. Now we're gonna build the auto unload system. We're gonna add a button to it so you can... did I tell him to get a lever? I don't think so, I only added a button, right? Did not tell him to get levers. Okay, we're gonna collect some levers. There's the car. I will probably need a little bit more of that. We can do this. So, let's get some more components. And maybe we find a good star on the way there. Since it's night already again. Oops. Do not crash into his truck. Let's go. Since it doesn't take that long to do it, it's fine.
keep my status quo up here, won't let anybody come near. I'll fix it on my own. 29 years I've been the same, trying so hard to run from shame. But how long can I keep up the pace? To fool myself I don't need grace. Will you be there to catch my fall?
So,
Need to be sure you
lever. I'm gonna just buy some. You probably only need like 2 or 3, but I want to buy some more for me. Because I use them all the time too. Probably would only need like 1 or 2 levers. For the whole system, if you use the 4 drawers system, you would need about 4 levers if you want to turn it off and on. Or you use a button to manually extract it. It's depends what you really like. We're gonna use a lever so you can turn it off and on. Maybe I'm gonna find a yellow star on the way back, what I can use for the sign, because I really like the force field texture for that. Because it's not obstructing the way. So, we are back. Let's build the logic part about this. We gonna need for that a number interface, the frequency one, the relay, and an interactor. Normally you could use this box here for the interactors. I'm gonna use the one what we have already here on the ground. Over here. So, and I'm gonna use those boxes now with me. So the first thing we're gonna do is... Sorry. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the interactor, place it up here, so it's pointing in there. I'm gonna leave it up there so you can see the colors, but you you can see the wiring, but you can move away the conveyor there too and just do it like that. Depends on how you prefer it. The interactor is there to activate the output from the drawer. I'm gonna turn the lever around so it's like this and place it on the glass here. Like that. So. With that you can turn it on and off. The next part we need is a relay. I'm gonna just build this here close. You can hide it somewhere, like you could hide it under the conveyors if you really want to make it tidy. But I'm gonna make it like this. So we're gonna have the output to here. Like this. Then we need a number interface to be here. And we need the timer, the frequency clock to be here. This should be the correct order from it, right? Are you the output from it? Yes, you are. Good. So, we wire up the following. We wire up the switch. Sometimes it's easier to just look it down like this. Nah, can I get it? Yeah, there is. There. Create a wire. I'm gonna make them now a little bit less obstructive. With the kit, you could make them neon too, if you have the pass, but you don't need it. You have some colors here what you can use. They should be fine. So, after a short break, we are back. He had a disconnect. It can happen. So, the next thing we're gonna do is now build the wiring for it. I was stopping on that. It's better to scroll out and just move your mouse down like this, so you see it from the bottom, and then you go there, create wire. So, you can move the wiring like you want it. So, gonna make it every 0.8 seconds. It should go in here. And the number interface, we're gonna place it here. I cannot assign a value to the number interface, so that can only the creator of the plot. I will need to ask him. Number interface to 3. The next is we connect this. So. And normally, if we place some things now in here, it should work. Let's drop them in there to test it. If we press the lever, it should only output 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I connected it to the wrong one. Okay. Cut wire. Cut wire. I said cut wire, please. Can I not? Is the wire too small to cut it? Okay. You can't cut the wire because it's too small. You can just move it one back and it cuts the wire automatically. So, we have to switch the wires. So, the white one goes to the right side, the left one goes to the left. The left side is always the outputting side. So right now it's outputting always 3. So it will collect 3 items. So if we turn it off now again, like this, and just drop in more glass, like this, it will output it now. It will output always 3 at a time. To prevent spilling, you can use an alignment conveyor here directly, or you can use any other thing. To be honest, the best part what you can do is just place a wall there. We're gonna place some wedges here, so we prevent small things to go outside from here. So we go there. We're gonna turn it around like this. And then we just make it the size of this and this. And make it big. Like that. A little bit smaller. So. We can go a little bit further down. And switch it over to the other side. Turn it around. And place. So. This one needs to go further down. So we're gonna do that now. Like this. And it needs to be a little bit bigger so it can go in here. Like that. Is it now in there? Yes. Gonna use some more glass. If the glass is so big like this, if you make it, you can just use the chisel to make it smaller. Holding it, and then you can cut it. With this you can make it, with this you do not need to waste a whole big one for such a small building thing. We can lock the input for a moment now, just so we can build that rightly. This one was too small, so we're just gonna cut off a small cut here. Like this. That should be enough. Yes. So, because now if we have something that doesn't fit in here, like this one, you can just drop it in here, and if it's too far away, it just moves directly to the input. With this you can prevent resources from getting flown over on the other side. Because if something is super small, it could pass here or there and bypass the system and just lay down here. In the normal point you don't have that many small things, but it could happen. So we have this. Now the next part we're gonna do is we build the auto vehicle reset. For that I have to talk with him a little bit where he wants it, chat with him better said, and I will come back after a cut when I know where he wants to have his truck. Hello, so we are back now from the cut. I asked and talked with him a little bit about where to place the truck. We got an allocation for that. Little hint for the trucks. If you align them like this, let's despawn the trucks for a second. And you use the building menu and align them like this. So they go over here a little bit. This makes the trick that if you spawn the truck and spawn the trailer auto attaches to the truck. Same if you align those two. If the trailers, if you align them like this, that you have a small gap there in between, it does the same thing. If you spawn the truck, it will attach the trailer automatically. Or better said, if you spawn a trailer, not a truck. With this, you can make the attachment a little bit easier. So, for the truck itself, we need none of those things, right? No, yes, we need one. The end gate. We need one number interface. We need one chat command. We need the end gate and we need the interactors. That's gonna be used to respawn the truck automatically. And we're gonna need one pressure plate. If I find it in his plot. Did he buy a pressure plate? Did you buy a pressure plate? It looks like he didn't buy the pressure plate. Nope, no pressure plate. Okay then. We're gonna build the first things up and then I will add you the pressure plate later. We need an end gate, like this. Then we play the number interface, we place on here. Then we can remove them again. And we place the chat interactor, the interactors we place on the buttons from the vehicle spawn pads. You have a small button here. If you press the place the interactor like this, so the pointy thing goes into the button, then you place it. If you do the whole thing into the building mode and select the crate, it doesn't get rid of it, so you can place multiple at once. So if I turn it around like this, I still have one and can keep walking to place the next one. So with that we have that. Then we need the two delays. If he builds keyboard them? No. Or did I move them? Okay. I'm gonna get the two missing things and we will be right back. So, we are back. We got the missing objects. The thing is we need like 1 or 2 delays, to be honest. 2 are like, you need one for this one. And then we need another one for the other. I'm gonna place them like this so the monitor looks to the front. Just because I prefer it like that. You do not need to place them directly here. You can place them anywhere on your plot and just wire it to there. But if you do not like the wires around, it's meh. So, then we place the chat commander. That one is getting used to output the signal from the chat command. And the second input will be here over the pipe. So, I need another end gate. I bought it already. Placing it here. So. The output from this end gate will go to the delayer. I'm gonna just make it like this so they're a little bit more hidden. Which end gate is this now? This is the... Okay, that's the end gate for the... Like this. Then we go the next one, create wire. You can create multiple wires out of these, by the way. You go down here, in this delay, on this side. If you turn them around like this, you have the input on this side. So then we're gonna place it out here. Go into this one. Then we take another wire, go out from here, go down to here. And place it down here. Then we go up here, go back to here and place it down there. With that we have the wiring hooked up. This is gonna be used to manually despawn the truck if you use a chat command, and the second part of it is the automated system. So it includes both of them. We're gonna put the delayer now down to like 1.5 should be enough if I remember. Nope, I did not want to place a new wire. I wanted to put the delayer down to 0.5 seconds. So. You need to set up your chat command for me, please, because I can't edit it. Just use whatever you want to despawn your truck. I have /truck one. Wait, it doesn't matter in what order you type it, as long as the command is fulfilled, it will be sent. So even if you just type truck, it would just despawn it. So use the /truck number. Or use /e name. So. So, let's keep going. We gonna add now the pressure plate. Oh wait, I forgot to tell him. Open the commander and place your command in there. You can choose whatever you like, but don't use common things you say often because it despawns your truck. You could use the chat commander itself too, but then everyone who types this command will trigger it. So create wire. We're gonna put it into the input now, so we go in the middle here. Place it there and place it there. The number interface goes from here to here. And make the number interface please on level 10. Number interface needs to be on the number 10 because the AND gate literally just uses the same signal. So if it's the same signal on each side, if the chat commander creator, aka the plot owner, will do this, it will send out a power of 10. If a user does it, it will only output a power of 1. So this is how you prevent other people from despawning your trucks with the command if they notice it. So, now we're gonna build the shutdown. For that we're just gonna take a button, or better said, not a button but a lever. This is just optional, you don't need to build this for this system to work. If you play on a solo server or on a server with with you blocking other people from your plots, then you don't need to be scared with that. But if you're playing alone, like on a public server, and you allow people to join your plot, you should probably add the system, because then you can prevent it from getting abused. Could I please select the wire ring? Thank you. So we go up, down here, we go down there, then we go over here, down to this, into this. I'm getting shot from him. Then we go down here, we go up here, up here, and then we're just gonna move it the whole way down. I did not pressure plate. I did not build a pressure plate. No! First build the pressure plate, then connect the wiring. Gonna place the pressure plate like this. And now we're gonna build the wiring. Down to here. And now the whole way back. Like this. Down here. Over to here. And to here. And we're gonna put it into here. So. And then we're just gonna literally do the output from it. Gonna make it this time a little bit darker. So you can see it. We're gonna put the output as usually just down here. So. What is this? It's to auto despawn truck when you drive or drive on it. Let's test if it works. If you wouldn't. So, if the button is enabled, it would just drive down there. And then you can literally just use the ramp like it's used to be. Drive up here. And because it's straight, you can just follow up to the end. And boom, it despawns everything. And with that, it unloads everything. But if this button is disabled, like this, it's turned off now, the system. Now, no one can despawn the truck. As you can see, no one could have used this to despawn your truck. But with that, that's the end of the tutorial, to be honest, because we have the unloader, we have the auto deploy system. This is going to be used to not overfill your system. You can leave it away if you don't need to, like if you don't want that and if you only use a small amounts. But if you have large quantities of items and you drop them onto there, they will start to clog up your system, or they can be bypassing the filters. Because if the server starts to lag, the filters will not work that good anymore, and with that issue will start to get that behind. But with that, it's all. Thank you for watching, and I hope that helped you. Bye. So, little editing point. You can upgrade the unloader with a little simple system. You can just put here on the back. Doesn't matter which way you turn it around, but it's better if you do it like this. By the way, the arrows on this point thingy here are wrong. As you can see, if I place it like this, it goes in a different direction. So always keep that in mind. The one shown is not the one who will be there. So we're gonna place it like this. And then just go down with it. So it's under the belts until you don't see any walls. Like this. We go to the total left so you can see the outside of it, and then we go one more down and place it. With that, it's hidden behind that, but it will send logs and planks when you will drop them on there. Like this. So and now if we try it with a tree, I'm just gonna take one here from the closest one. Eat. Now if we take a tree and just drop it on here. Okay, it should not be that huge. Like, you still need to cut the tree a little bit smaller. Most of the time you do make it smaller. So if you do it like this, you cut it down. And one is too small, but it works. And then you just throw them in. We place glass here so you can see it. And as you can see, they get automatically sanded and be put in a drawer. From there, if you enable the auto output, the switch here, it will put them into the drawer and output them. I'm gonna add a button here now too for him to manually output some at a time, so he doesn't need to use the timer. This is just optional, you don't need this. It's just more convenient allowing. So we put a button here, turn it around. Like this. And like this. Go a little bit higher. Place it there. Connect the button. This one will be vibrant. No, it will not be vibrant. You can make it glowing like this. And we go up here. No, wait. Into this thing here. So. Like this. With that you can unload it. And yes, that unload is for ores and wood.